Hello, and thank you for joining me today. There are times in our lives when we are faced with circumstances that are beyond our control, and they can appear overwhelming and larger than life. And at this time, we're trying everything that we know how to conceivably do to alleviate this feeling. But it feels like we're on a cliff or we're on a hill and we're sliding down without anything to grasp onto. This can feel incredibly scary, especially if there's a lot at stake. Physically, it can cause problems such as anxiety, sleeplessness, and tension in our bodies. And the harder that we try to alleviate the problem, the more anxiety-ridden we become. And this anxiety can escalate and exacerbate to the point that we feel we're going to lose everything. And that within itself brings on even more anxiety. So what do we do when you've tried everything and everything that you try to alleviate these problems seems to be failing? Well, you can try one more thing. You can try God. He's always there and he's always ready to listen, but we don't particularly feel that way because sometimes we see him as this entity that's so far away that he doesn't hear or he isn't able to answer us in our times of need. So then we resort back to trying to fix the problem again ourselves. And when that doesn't work, we become even more frustrated. But I sought and I found some comfort in 2 Corinthians 20 and 17, which tells us to stand still, stand steady, and let the Lord fight our battles. Well, that can be pretty scary for some, especially if you're thinking that, well, I don't really know if I can trust for this to happen, that God is really going to fight these battles for me. And if I end up trusting him even more, I'll be incredibly let down when what I want to happen doesn't happen or the thing that I'm hoping for doesn't actually come to fruition. That comes along with trust. And in any relationship, even in the ones here in the earth realm, the more that we get to know a person, the more that we'll be able to trust them. And how do you get to trust people or those in your lives that you do trust? By spending time with them and getting to know them. So sometimes when we think about getting to know God, we think that it has to be this long, drawn-out process and or this long, drawn-out prayer of getting to know him so that we can trust him. I found that just waking in the morning and say, "Good morning, Lord. Good morning, Father. I thank you for this day. And I thank you for waking me this morning. And I thank you that you're going to take me through my day peacefully and that you'll guide me through my day and that you will protect me as I walk through my day today and that my day will be successful." You can also simply ask him to please let me get to know you better. Please help me to learn how to trust you. And this is valid not only for new believers, but also for seasoned believers, in that we know that we go from glory to glory, or that we get to know him more and more and better each day that we spend time with him. Why is that? Because once again, as I said before, the better that we get to know him, the more that we can trust him. And as you feel yourself sliding down that hill of hopelessness into somewhat of an abyss, not knowing where you're going to end up, and there's nothing for you to grasp onto as you're sliding down that hill of hopelessness, one of the things that you can remember as you slide down that hill or that cliff, and you're heading down at warp speed, if you will, again, with nothing to grasp onto, that one of two things are going to happen if you ask the Lord to intervene. As you slide down, he's either going to catch you or he's going to teach you how to fly. Until next time, may the peace of God that surpasses all understanding guard your heart and mind. Shalom.